Hey everybody, welcome to Citizens of the Stars, the only Star Citizen community show that's certified organic and cruelty-free. Let's go over to Jared with Citizens of the Nope, it's called Citizen Spotlight.
Welcome everybody to another edition of Citizen Spotlight, where we take a few moments to highlight the amazing content creations made by you, the Star Citizen people? Joining us on the show this week is Star Citizen fan composer, Mr. Utho Riley. Utho, how you doing, man? Why don't you tell the folks at home a little bit about who you are and what you do?
Hello there, aspiring space guys and girls. My name's Utho, and I'm that internet rando that makes Star Citizen fan music.
All right, now we have Star Citizens that make all kinds of content for the community. Why do you make Star Citizen music? What do you have against Pedro?
Well, first of all, the reason I make music is because it's a ton of fun, it's an awesome hobby. But also because I love to tell stories. And there's so much to tell out in the verse. Every new song goes over a completely different place in the verse, a concept, a ship landing, combat, whatever you can think of, a stroll over a distant barren moon. We try to go over everything and tell the story of the verse before we can get to it, basically. So that's the goal.
All right, now one of my favorite things about the Star Citizen community is seeing you guys work together. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the collaborations you've collaborated on?
One of the first citizens I helped out with music was Lundfoki with the background ambience for Starship 42, which is basically a 3D holo viewer for ship models. Then there's also fan games, so I did the soundtrack for Dragonflying, which is an arcade shooter developed by Cyodin. Other than that, there's esports. So recently I did a bit of an electronic game score for the CS4 guys, which is the Competitive Combat Club tournament, and now I'm also working on the Crux Cup racing event theme that will be held this year, so lots of stuff to do, but fingers crossed that will all work out great.
And finally, before we let you go, is there any message you'd like to give to the Star Citizen community?
Yes, so my fellow community members, I love all 1.8 million of you, and hopefully many more to come, and my message would basically be keep doing what you do. Whether it's crafting, ranking on the highest scores, writing lore, filming machinimas, or any other creative process you can think of. This kind of dedication that always inspires me. I want to see it continue well past the launch of the game. So keep doing what you do, keep striving for what you love, and that's basically it. So, cheers guys.
Well, Utho, thanks for taking a couple minutes to chat with us here on the show. For Citizen Spotlight, I'm Jared Huckabee. Let's find out what's happening this week in Star Citizen.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another round of Quantum Questions. Joining us this week is QA manager Vincent Sinatra. Hey Vince, how's it going?
It's going all right.
How do you think you're gonna do?
So-so.
All right, well let's put 2 minutes on the clock. If I can get 2 minutes on the clock. Wait.
Hurry up with the timer.
Timer, stopwatch, and go. What is your name and what do you do?
My name is Vincent Sinatra. I'm the QA manager here in the LA studio.
No one is more in the trenches of 3.0 than your team. So what are you guys focused on right now?
We're focused on the Item 2.0 ship conversions.
What is the favorite thing that you've seen about 3.0?
Favorite thing about 3.0 is definitely the planets and flying in canyons.
What is the most frustrating bug you've encountered in 3.0?
The most frustrating bug I've encountered in 3.0 so far is a desync issue with the Item 2.0 ships.
What are QATRs?
QATRs are quality assurance test requests. They're what developers send to the QA team with instructions on what sort of CVARs we need to use, what sort of features we need to test, and then we use the QATR to track all the issues that are generated during that test cycle.
How is LAQA different than the other QA teams?
LAQA is a dev support team, which means we support the LA studio in pretty much any way that is required. We help the developers with any sort of new features or bug fixes that they're doing. We aid the community marketing team when it comes to screen captures, video captures and the like, and pretty much anything that goes on here.
Which is your favorite Crusader moon?
My favorite Crusader moon right now, I guess, would be Daymar.
What is the funniest bug you've seen in 3.0?
Funniest bug I've seen in 3.0 so far was probably definitely the one that was featured in the TV the other week, which the Slender Man characters in the MHC.
On average, how many bugs does a QA team find in a week?
On average, well, we don't really track metrics for bug count too heavily because we often have many tasks which interfere with that. But I would say the average test member probably at least 10 to 12.
What is a staging environment?
Staging environment is where we put up our builds, where only QA gets to look at them and check them out.
Is there any relation to Frank Sinatra?
Yes.
And what is your favorite ship?
Favorite ship is probably still aesthetically the Gladius.
Oh, we're out of time. Vincent, thank you so much for joining us today. Well, Vincent goes on the board with an impressive 11 questions answered correctly. Still not the best to beat the current quantum champion, though. And I gotta know how he's related to Frank Sinatra. Let's check in with Alexis for this week's Subconscious.
Greetings, citizens. Alexis here with your weekly dose of subscriber stuff. This is Subconscious. Jump Point is here. David Ladyman took a different tack this month and adapted one of our internal design documents into an article. Specifically, a guide created for our shipbuilders explaining how they should set up thrusters on new space frames. All of that, plus the usual assortment of fun, which is to say, lore articles and an original Star Citizen serial. Not to be confused with the original Star Citizen serial, Auroros. They're great. We've added some work-in-progress images of the KLEW laser repeater gun to the subscriber vault. Some of these were in a blink or you miss it segment of Around the Verse, so it's cool to be able to let people pause and look at all the detail the team puts into these kind of things. Next week, the vault will update on Friday with the first development images of the Nox space bike. Thanks to your efforts, Caterpillar nonsense is off the chain. Every subscriber has free access to operate a Caterpillar all June long, and we're collecting your misadventures for a future Subconscious. So whether you're stuffing your cat with Merlins or ramming into Port Olisar over and over again for no reason, we want to see, so share it in the den. That's it for this week. Watch for upcoming threads about the next subscriber town hall and the next 10 for the chairman. Until then, keep catting around and I'll see you in the den.
Hey everyone, Tyler Whitkin here to bring you this week's Top 5 and MVP. Number 5, Utho Riley. Now you all know Utho as the legend who continuously comes out with epic Star Citizen music. However, this time is different, as not only did he come forward with new music, but also a stunning video highlighting the moons of Crusader. Fantastic stuff, Utho. Number 4, Arnold. Arnold has managed to capture the menacing mood set by the dark corridors of Grimhex perfectly with a gallery of screenshots. Please keep these coming. Number 3, Portland Bar Citizen. Now, the Bar Citizen fever continues to spread around the globe, and Portland is no exception. It looked like a fantastic time, and I wish I could have been there. Number 2, Katzenschinken has created a set of wallpapers representing different genres of music with a Star Citizen twist. Beautiful. Number 1, and this week's MVP goes to Joran. Joran. Where to start? This guy is a legend, and Joran is a name that many of you are probably already familiar with. He has been a huge advocate and talented coordinator supporting the Bar Citizen movement and all of its successes. It's truly about time that you get MVP, my friend, so keep being awesome.
Well, that about wraps up our show for the week. Very, very special thank you to Utho Riley and Vinny Sinatra for appearing on this fine program. I would say please check out the concept sale starting on Friday. It's gonna knock your socks off. Okay, that's the last one. It's Knox, really.
Say goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you for watching. So if you want to keep up with the latest and greatest in the Star Citizen and Squadron 42's development, please follow us on our social media channels. See you soon.